How does assassination begin? An assassination does not begin with the victim having a bullet in their head. No, that's the end result. An assassination begins with accusation. There's something you did or didn't do that upset someone. And the individual got upset, now blames you for how they feel on the inside. Now, if what you did was wrong and harmful, they should be upset with you, but then they have to look for solutions. But some people, it doesn't matter whether you're guilty or not, they just don't want to be challenged. You just have their expectations of how things should be, and anytime their expectations are frustrated, they get upset, and now they look for an outlet to ventilate their unrest. That's it. So, when you become the target of someone's unrest, when they seek an outlet to ventilate, they will have to come with an excuse why they have this negative attitude towards you. Or they will say things as, oh, I don't like him because he talks too much, or I don't like him because he thinks he's something. First of all, why aren't you allowed to think you're something? Why is it they are the ones authorized to tell you how you're supposed to think about yourself? Now, if the way you think about yourself is self-destructive or harmful because you think you can do whatever you want because you're the little god or whatever, but reality will show you very quickly you're not a little god. So that's easily rectified. The thing is, some folks just want to control you because they don't want to be challenged by anyone. This is how it goes. First, they accuse you. They put some blame on you that doesn't belong to you. Or maybe you are to blame because you were neglectful or whatever, but still, they put it out of proportion. Then they begin to meditate negative on you. And while they do this, they are now growing in anxiety and growing in toxicity themselves. But who are they going to blame? You. So then the environment will notice their toxicity, but because they kept mentioning you as the cause, people begin to look at you. And because people only heard bad things about you from them, people begin to associate you with the bad things heard about you. And now, it's on those people to find out what's the truth. But a lot of people don't want to find out the truth, they just want to be left alone. So it's easier for them to join the accusers against you. And before you know it, you have a whole group operating against you. And after the whole group operates against you, at some point, you have a whole multitude being upset with you, and the thing is, they can't even explain why they're upset. Why? Because they have their own darkness also that they don't want to face. So just like the original accuser that accused you, they now join the accusation because they want to ventilate too. And when a whole group wants to ventilate, at some point, the toxicity that they insist upon, because they're the ones insisting in toxicity, not you. They're the ones that like you. They're the ones hating you. They're the ones having issues against you. They're the ones with toxicity, not you. At some point, when toxicity becomes too much, now they insist on laying down that weight of toxicity on you. Now they want you to be worse off than them. Now they want you to be afflicted. Now they want you to die. You're the one that are to blame for how they feel, and you're the one to blame for how toxic they've become. Even though they're the ones having negative expectations about you. Now, first you have the accusation. Hold on. I don't want the winds to mess up with the sound. First you have an accusation against you. The accusation will turn into retaliation. And retaliation goes to assassination. It begins with accusation. Now, not everyone that accuses you intends to have you assassinated. I'm not saying that. But every assassination begins with an accusation. Something that people don't want to deal with, and they want an outlet. They want to ventilate their unrest on someone. Now, what can you do about it? You can't force those people, you can't make those people better. For you can use power to, you can use power to restrain them. You can do that, but you cannot change it for the better. And if they don't want to change for the better, the big chance is that it will keep on ventilating on you. So what do? Are you going to remain a victim your whole life of this psychic violence or of the negative meditation? No. You enforce repercussions on them in Christ Jesus' mighty name, and you insist on them being drained in their own negativity so they get exhausted and eventually they have no strength anymore to violate you. This is what you do. Look, there are so many evildoers and perpetrators out there they can ventilate negativity upon. Why don't they ventilate negativity on all the child molesters around, or all the corrupt politicians that are lying to them, or those fake ass preachers who are taking their money and lying to them? They're not doing it. Why? Because they're not into solutions. They don't even care about dealing with the evil around them. They just want to ventilate, to be at ease. That's all it is. So that's why they can have parents that neglected them, but they never will turn on their own parents, but they will turn on you because you operate in freedom. And because you operate in freedom, now they have to face themselves that they cling on to toxic restrictions that their parents trade them into. Where the parents are actually bad people or not doesn't matter. As grown folks, they should self-reflect and look for solutions and want to be better. The fact they're not doing this means they're neglecting themselves. Is it your fault they're neglecting themselves? No, it's not. So they shouldn't be blaming you, but they do. So, do not repay evil with evil. Do not, let me say, do not give them a payback, whatever. No. Because why would you join their negativity? You shouldn't. Also, don't remain upset with what they're doing towards you, because it also keeps you in darkness together with them. Keep growing on in faith. Agree with Christ. Keep working on your projects. Keep having dreams and visions in the present. Forgive, but don't forget, because forgetting can be fatal. And also make sure there are repercussions on those that insist in negativity. Listen, some folks are just invested in negativity. So even when they know they're wrong, even when they know that they should change, they always have an excuse or reason for what they do, because they just want to hear the fact that they need to change and comply. They're so invested in escaping and ventilating negativity, escaping life and ventilate negativity, because when you are operating in escapism, where you don't want to face challenges and issues in life, that breeds negativity. And now they want to ventilate negativity on others. Some folks are so invested in escaping and ventilating that if they encounter anyone that puts a mirror in front of them, that individual may risk dying of their violence. So don't cause your world before swine. Don't do that. Just keep walking by faith, keep moving forward, make sure the repercussions in place. So don't take it personal, because it's not you, it's them. Be at peace.